All right, so the Dodgers have made some roster cuts for spring training. I'm in a conference room at school, by the way. Um, these roster cuts, I think they're okay. Um, let's talk about Andy Pajes. Andy Pajes was awesome. Um, I really did like him, and he showed a lot, and he showed that he could hit the ball, he could get on base, he can hit home runs, he can run, he can defend, he can do all of that. But it wasn't really a thing that it wasn't really um, uh, prevalent that he was going to actually play in the major leagues. And I don't know that the Dodgers were going to clear a roster spot when they have 26 people, 26 guys to put on there. I just don't think it was going to happen. And you had the surgeries and you had problems in the past with him. And, I think that he hasn't played above double A, if I'm correct, if I'm not wrong there. And so I think there's just another couple years for him, for Pajes to, I don't know, do something, get himself more developed and elevated just to get to that roster spot. He was on the roster for spring training last season, and he was pretty good there too. And I liked Andy Pajes. I loved him, in fact. But I don't know. I mean, I kind of agree with the Dodgers on this one. I don't know if it was his time. Landon he wasn't really pitching. Wasn't really doing as much anyway. You had Travis Swaggerty. He's also been cut. I want to talk about Nick Frazioso, I think is Nick Frazzo. Also someone that I think had surgeries as well, had that hip surgery, and I just don't know that he was going to make it. And I don't think the Dodgers were going to actively take him out, especially with his struggles. When especially you have Miguel Rojas, who stayed, Miggy Rowe, and you need to get, if you're talking about who you're going to take off the roster, are you going to take off Kike Hernandez? No, he's been in the major leagues a little too long for that. Kike Hernandez is not going to be there. Kike Hernandez, he's not going to be cut just like that for no reason. And then, with Gavin Lux and his struggles and the fact that he's barely coming off injury, you don't know if that injury is still there. Knock on wood, hopefully not. I'm literally on a wooden desk. Hopefully not, but you don't know that. Nobody knows that. And so, who knows if that's going to, I don't know. I don't know who you take off. Now, Diego Cartaya, I think, is another guy. You could say, okay, maybe Diego Cartaya should be the guy that we bring on. He's a catcher, but look, he's only, 21, 22, a little younger than me, at least 3 to 4 years younger than me, or 5 years younger, actually. Look, Will Smith didn't come in until he was 24, and even before that, just 2 years prior, at 22, he wasn't even seen as a top prospect for the Dodgers. He was on their radar, but he wasn't even on a high radar. So what do? I mean, catchers usually come in at 25, 26 years old. So it's not like Diego Cartaya is so behind that, oh my God, it's done, it's over. But I don't think he's there as a Dodger. He's there as a prospect. I don't think he's ready for the big time as some people might have speculated, even though he's a talent. He's absolutely a talent from Venezuela. He's incredible at what he does. But I think, could you wait till 25, 26? Could you wait until 2025 and then bring him up, say, in the middle of 2025, if there's an injury or some sort like that? Yeah, maybe. Something like that. But I don't know about that either. I think maybe at 2026, 2027, unfortunately, which seems like a long time away, but it'll be there. Don't worry, unfortunately. But, well, I mean, we're already in March this year. But could it be, it could be then that we see Diego Cartaya. So, I mean, I agree with most of the Dodger roster cuts. I don't know. I'm going to miss Andy Pajes. I'm pretty sure it's Andy, but I'm going to miss Pajes. And, we'll see what happens next time. But, those are the Dodger roster cuts. Not all of them, but just some of them that I can remember from spring training, and we'll see who ends up on the roster, because now is the time really when we get to March where they're starting to build their roster. They're starting to go, okay, who do we really want on this team? You got 26 men. Who else can you add? Who else in the bullpen can you add? So There you go.